Woke up today, smile on my face. May not go my way, still got my faith, so I'll be okay. I'll be okay, I'll be okay. Running our race, just at our pace. Made some mistakes, but learned a few things, so I'll be okay. I'll be okay, I'll be okay. Yeah, I've been through it all, Looking at Goliath at the stand tall.
So we're gearing up for a long run. This is my first long run of this marathon block. Although I did my half a marathon last Saturday. This is my first official long run of this block. So I'll take you through a little bit of my nutrition. So what I'm going to start using for this block, I've already started using it. G1M Sport. So this is a Bear Performance Nutrition, BPN. So Nick Bear. And so this one has 20 grams of carbohydrates and 350 mgs of sodium. So one scoop. When I first started it, I did 2 scoops, and it kind of destroyed my stomach. Now I don't know for sure if it really hurt my stomach as much as I know my stomach was messed up, or if I was just kind of like on the beginning of being sick. But definitely 1 scoop so far has been helping out. So I have that mixed up in a bottle, and I'm gonna drink that right before the run. So honestly, like right now, I'm gonna start drinking that, as well as I have some BCAAs and just some hydration. So just throughout the run, just making sure I'm staying hydrated. It is cold, so I'm not gonna sweat as much, but I still want to be properly hydrated to get through this run. So as well as Alpha Brain. So I've been rocking with Alpha Brain for a little while. When I'm not using Alpha Brain, I can definitely notice the difference in just my memory, memory and focus. But you know, just keeping my mind going, and just my sharpness isn't there when I'm not taking Alpha Brain, and that can help out, like just that 1 second decision during those race moments, or just during your training moments, and just making sure that you're being properly hydrated, and you know, you have some decent supplements in you. And so that's pretty much what I'm doing before my run. And before my long runs, I don't typically take G1M Sport or any like carbohydrate thing, like something like this right before like a 6-mile run or something like that. Maybe I should start doing that, but over the next 16 weeks, I'll be experimenting with a lot of different things to get me ready for race day. But for now, because my diet is carnivore-ish, or not plant-based at all, carnivore-ish or animal-based, a lot of the times I don't really get too many carbs in me unless I'm running, or the night before a run, the morning of a long run. So I think this will help me out, just like a carb, just something that I can get carbs in me fast and right before I run. Because like I said, just doing carnivore-ish or just having a high protein diet, I don't really get that much carbs in me. So that's my routine right before I start the run. And let's get it, man. It's time to go run. We got 12 on the day. Pittsburgh is a hilly marathon, so I chose to do a hilly marathon on runner. So I'm going to see how this works out for me. So this week we did intervals, we had a couple easy runs, and then we have our long run, which is a hilly training run. So let's get it. Enough talking, let's get to it. My goal this year is to lift heavy and run far. So with that being said, you know, yesterday I just put a personal best up of 365 on a deadlift, and you know, my goal is to get to 405 by the end of this year. And with that being said, I mean, it's nice to have goals with running, but it's also nice to have you know, those benchmark goals when it comes to strength and conditioning as well. I mean, I feel like in the previous marathons that I've done really well, and my biggest problem or my biggest issue is usually nutrition, or just the lack of strength training in my legs, or the strength and conditioning in my legs. Mentally, I've never been in a marathon and I didn't think I couldn't finish. And I'm not saying that in the sense of I'm being cocky, or me saying that I'm being just absurd, because marathons are hard. But what I'm saying is I know my mental capabilities, and I know that I'm always able to finish what I start. And even if I don't, my mindset has to be that I know that I can finish. So there may be a time in the future that I DNF, but I'm never going into a race with that possibility at mind, or I'm never going to have that, because I always have a never say die mentality. With that being said, strength training and strength conditioning is something that's high on my priority list this year, and something that I'm already, in the process of making sure that it's getting taken care of. So when it comes to mile 18, I'll have my nutrition together. When it comes to mile 18, it will feel like my legs are up under me, and I'm able to complete the marathon at the pace that I want to complete it at. Now, that's not saying that it won't happen, or my legs won't be in pain around that time. But if I'm able to have my legs up under me and I'm able to finish the race the way I want to, I'll be very proud of that. And going into my 7th marathon. So, wow, 7th marathon, Pittsburgh Marathon, and what an amazing place to set a PR here. My first marathon ever was in Pittsburgh, and it was on the streets that I grew up in. It was by myself because it was the 2020 season and it was virtual and nobody was out running. It was just me, my wife, and our car, and she was just following behind me and meeting me at spots, and I got it done. This year's a little bit different, a bit different, because not only am I running the Pittsburgh Marathon, but I'm an ambassador this year. I am actually an ambassador of the Pittsburgh Marathon, where it all started, where I started training, where I started my fitness journey, where I started getting into understanding my body and my limitations and what I can actually do with my body, and not only just the weight loss, but what I can do with the weight loss. Test my limits. What can my body do? What can my mind do? So this is going to be a very, very interesting training block, a very, very great race, and I'm just looking forward to the whole experience, to be honest with you. So we're heading into our first long run of the season. So we have 12 miles to do in this. So Pittsburgh, so just to give you a little bit of backstory on the Pittsburgh Marathon, it is some rolling hills. You're running over some bridges, and it's funny because when you're driving, it doesn't seem that much of a hilly city, but when you're running it, it's definitely, there's hills everywhere. So just the slightest bridge can feel like, when you're riding it, it doesn't feel that much of an incline, but when you're running it, it feels like you're running up a hill. So with that being said, so this year I'm using Runner as my official training app, and it has an option for a hilly workout. And this is going to get me ready for that back half, the infamous Pittsburgh back half. And that back half is so tough. It might be the hardest back half of a marathon in the world. I haven't done all the marathons, and I will say this because I love Pittsburgh, but it's my favorite race in the world, but it's also the hardest race. It's probably the hardest race that I've ever done. And I've done the Philly Marathon when it was about 30 degrees, or below 20. Below 10, probably. But that race does not compare to the excitement, the feels that you get from running in your city. I mean, I've lived here my whole life. I've walked these streets. I've went to different stores. I can tell you what buildings were there when they got taken down. I mean, I've seen Pittsburgh change to the city that it is now, and knowing that now I get the opportunity to run this city and also be an ambassador for the marathon that got me into running marathons, man, there's no better feeling. But the back half is a challenging back half, so we are going to do hill workouts. We're going to make sure that our legs is with us, and we're definitely going to race this race. I mean, we're going to run the downs, we're going to pace the ups, and we're going to send it at the finish line. So we're heading into this workout, first long run of the year, and I am excited, very excited. These are the gels that I'm using today to get this running. I didn't realize that I got a 160, so I got a 100 and 160, and we're gonna do 12 miles. So this is really the only nutrition that I need for today. So let's do it. Let's go.
Eyes watching me, I got them bitches mad, damn. 2:33 and I'm still going hard, damn. I'll buy a building just to burn it down, damn. Phone keeps on ringing but ain't calling back, damn. Eyes watching me, I got them bitches mad, damn. Yeah, bitch, but no cuppa. Got them hidden, made a cup, a stick or chopper. Got a aim, smell a bluffer like a cup. A check or go, let the anger flow. It got in the muscles, fuck they feelings. Fuck the green, got sick of fakers. With my chap, I cut but kept. Cheap couple, chains on couples. She's no clutter, I no pain. Shot Gucci line and slices uppers. She's on top of wages, I've been going places. A departer in Tahiti, packed a bum bikini, fettuccine supper. Eyes watching me, I got them bitches mad, damn. 2:33 and I'm still going hard, damn. I'll buy a building just to burn it down, damn.
Alright, so that's the end of week 1. Week 1 out of 16. So we hit every single workout on the schedule this week, so I'm very proud of that. We had 36 miles total, and two workouts, specifically one hill workout, a hill long run. We had 3. So we had easy runs, we had interval runs, we had a hill interval, I'm guessing, and I did those on the treadmill, and then I did my long run, a hilly long run outside, which I just finished up. So that is the week 1 down. My overall take of this marathon block, looking forward to this marathon block, is we're going to make sure that we hit all our workouts. We're going to lift heavy, and we're going to run far. So let's get it. Let's start this journey. See y'all next video. Peace.